What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Warriors Paradise. Today, I'm going over the Oklahoma Sooners as they head up to Lincoln, Nebraska to take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Coming into the game on Saturday, Oklahoma is an 11.5-point favorite, and the over-under is 67. Now, that line has moved. I'm shooting this on Wednesday, so earlier in the week, Oklahoma was a 13.5-point favorite, and the over-under was 65. Now, with the game not being until Saturday, I'm sure that line's probably going to move a little bit more before the kickoff. First, let's start with the Nebraska Cornhuskers, as they have a new interim head coach, Mickey Joseph, who was promoted from within after they finally let go of Scott Frost. I think they should have got rid of him after last year, but that's just me. But finally, Nebraska said, you know what? We could wait till October 1st and have that buyout be 7.5, but no, we're good. After Scott Frost lost on Saturday to Georgia Southern 45-42 at home, Nebraska said, enough is enough. We will gladly pay that $15 million, but you got to go, and you got to go now. So I'm glad that's out of the way. But for Mickey Joseph, he's going to have his hands full. He's only been asked in his first game to go out and beat the number 6 ranked Oklahoma Sooners and try to figure a way to score on that tough Oklahoma defense. But we'll see how it goes. For the atmosphere, now Memorial Stadium there in Lincoln holds right around 90,000, but the attendance record is 91,585 set back in 2014. I think with this being a old school rival, these two teams do not like each other. I think the attendance record is going to easily get broken on Saturday there in Lincoln, and I don't think it'll even be close. They are going to have Memorial Stadium rocking. It's going to be loud. And it's going to be a crazy, crazy, crazy atmosphere there. Man, it would be awesome to be there at that game. Some keys for Nebraska and things that they need to do to be successful to pull this massive upset is, first, they need to keep the crowd loud by having their offense go down and score. The offense for Nebraska has to figure out a way to score in the Oklahoma defense, and they need to score and score early. If they come out stagnant and have a lot of 3-and-outs and Oklahoma is just having their way, it is going to be a long, long day for Nebraska. So some of the key players for Nebraska that need to step up if they're going to be able to pull this upset is, of course, the transfer from Texas, Casey Thompson. Oklahoma's very familiar with him as they saw him last year in that crazy Red River game. He has to come out guns blazing, and I think the biggest key for him is he cannot have turnovers. If he has turnovers, it is going to be just that much harder for them to pull this upset and get the victory. He has to have a clean game. I was looking at some of his stats, and he almost has as many interceptions as he does touchdowns. That is not good. So if he continues that trend, it is going to be a long, long day for him and that Nebraska offense. Now, Nebraska does have some good receivers. Anthony Grant. He has 428 yards and 5 touchdowns so far in 3 games. And Ajay Allen is also a good running back for them, and they're going to have to be able to run that ball. It's going to be a tough task, but they're going to have to figure out a way if they want to get this victory on Saturday. For some of the Nebraska receivers, Trey Palmer and Marcus Washington, those guys are going to have to catch everything thrown their way against that Oklahoma secondary, who does have some weaknesses. So if they can exploit that, though, they could have a big day for sure. The turnover battle. On the year, Nebraska is -1 in the turnover battle. They are going to have to win that. I don't see a way for Nebraska to win this game on Saturday if they do not win the turnover battle. There's no way. That's something that they have to do. And of course, penalties. Looking at their penalties so far this year, it's not bad. But when it comes to that, they got to play a clean game. They are going to have to play, obviously, their best game by far. And after what happened last Saturday and the firing of Scott Frost, I know those Nebraska players are going to be motivated because they were embarrassed last week at home there to Georgia Southern. So I know they're going to come out and play their guts out and give everything they have for Nebraska, those fans, and Mickey Joseph. So kind of switching over, we're going to look at Oklahoma and some of the things they need to do to be successful. For Oklahoma, the first thing that they have to do to be successful is that offense cannot come out like last week and not put up any points in the game until right before the end of the first half. That cannot happen. If that happens, that is going to give Nebraska confidence, and that is exactly what Oklahoma does not want to do. They need to come out, go right down the field on their first possession, score a touchdown, and then continue to put up points and take that crowd out of the game. If Oklahoma can take that crowd out of the game, that's going to be huge for them if they are wanting to win this game. The defense. Now, the defense so far this year has been lights out, only giving up 8 points a game. Now, granted, it's two inferior teams, but hey, you know, as an OU fan, looking back the last 5 years, I don't think we've ever had a points per or a defense just give up 8 points per game. So it's good to see that, whether it's inferior teams or it's not. So hopefully they will be able to continue the trend and play lights out defense and stop Nebraska. For the offense, some of the key contributors, of course, Dylan Gabriel. You know, there was a few passes that he missed last week. But of course, you know, he's new to the team. It's a new offense with Jeff Lebby. The receivers are new. So that's still kind of a work in progress, along with the defense. But hopefully they continue to gel. And some of the passes that were missed, they will be made here on Saturday. Receiver-wise, of course, you have Marvin Mims, who is Oklahoma's #1 receiver. It's not even close. Who had a huge game last week. I think he's going to come into Nebraska and he's going to ball out, and he's going to have another huge game. And also you have Drake Stoops, who, man, whenever you need some points or you need to make a third down, he is your guy. Drake Stoops, man, what a great receiver for Oklahoma. I'm sure he's going to have a big game too. And then looking at the running backs, of course, you have Eric Gray. He's the lead back for Oklahoma. I think against this Nebraska defense, who's been really, really shaky, I think he's going to have a good game this Saturday. Also, Marcus Major. He will come in, and man, that guy, he's a tough runner. I think he's going to come in and have a great day himself. A few of the defensive players that need to step it up if they want to be successful on Saturday are Danny Stutzman, Billy Bowman, Justin Broyles. If they just keep playing like they have been, defense is going to be fun, and it's going to be a great day for Oklahoma. Also, one other thing, if Oklahoma can come in and control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, it will make things that much easier for our offense, Dylan Gabriel, our running backs. And of course, with our defense, if we can put pressure on Casey Thompson and make it a long day for him, if we can do all that, it'll be a great day for Oklahoma, and we will walk out of there with a victory and be 3-0 and get ready for conference play next week against Kansas State. I forgot to give my prediction score. I think when the clock hits 0, the final score is going to be Oklahoma 38, Nebraska 20. So what do y'all think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Is it going to be a nail-biter like last week with Alabama and Texas? Is it going to be a blowout and OU wins by 30? You guys let me know down in the comments. Also, just real quick, I want to make sure I give a shout out to our military across the world. Thank you for all that you do. It's very appreciated. Until next time, Boomer.